It's great to be here. Great to be back in Mumbai. I think this is my 4th time here, so have to probably find a home next time. With the hotel, it's getting more expensive now. But yeah, great to be here. I love the vibe, the atmosphere, the great conversations that are happening, and I think this is something that we have common between India and Greece, where our relationship is at the peak level right now. It's growing a lot. Actually, we just got direct flights to Greece for the people that don't know from India. So I think the environment is always, every year, much better, improving, and there's a lot of opportunities for everyone to be here. Besides the great golden visa that we're going to discuss today, I think a lot of opportunities, business opportunities, and ventures that you can explore. So with that in mind, because I don't have the whole day here, and probably they're going to throw me out later, I'm going to start. So we're going to discuss together about the opportunities of the Greek Golden Visa program. I'm sure you have heard it before. I'm sure we had a few conversations with some people here that I can recognize some faces. But in general, it's a great program to increase your mobility, to increase, diversify your wealth, and definitely create also a new future closer to the European continent and the European Union overall and the ecosystem. So in Greece we say one picture is 1,000 words. So I want to show you a few things of how we live in Greece. There should be sound here. Great, finishing with this Acropolis temple, which is, has been in Greek civilization for many millennia now, and the epitome of our of the ancient Greek heritage. So the discussion today is how to become a European resident in Greece. But before we get there, I would say a few important facts about our country is the fact that we have one of the biggest coastal lines in Europe, more than 15,000 kilometers. This means that indeed Greece is, like you see in the map and the pictures, it's a blue and green country. And there's a lot of islands to explore, a lot of things to do. So it's not always about investment. You always have to couple it, with a bit of a lifestyle there, right? So people nowadays, investors are looking for that sort of strong return, but also the opportunity and the lifestyle. And I believe this country can definitely provide that. So 227 islands inhabited, definitely a couple of lifetimes to explore, but a lot of options there. Very easy to navigate across our country since we have 21 airports all over both the islands and the mainland of our country. And in general, there's a summery climate, 250 days of sunshine, not too humid, so I think you can get by. Very nice climate indeed. On the right top corner of the screen, you also see a very important figure, which is definitely notable, which is a 0.1% property tax. This is the lowest in Europe. This is an average figure that was calculated by the National Statistical Organization. And the reason why I'm pinpointing this is because it tells a lot about the importance that the Greek government is putting in attracting foreign real estate investments. So we want to give as much sort of incentives to the buyers to actually come invest the money and actually get to benefit from a well-appreciative investment and high rental yield investment. And this is one of the reasons. And later on, we're going to see other also tax benefits that the country gives. But a very, very important, this is the lowest figure in the country, in Europe. Of course, Greece is also has a strategic location, being in the point where it's a connection of 3 continents, namely the African, the European, and the Asian continent. And because of that region is a crossroad of many different cultures that get to go through our country and get to pass by, either for traveling or for business. Of course, trade is one of the biggest industries in our economy, having the 3rd biggest fleet in the world, actually, and having the 2nd biggest port in Europe. So definitely the strategic location of Greece is one very important parameter. Also the fact that you get to have healthcare option and free healthcare options for the golden visa holders and across the European Union countries. Also education, free education option for your children or even for you. I'm not biased here. Of course, also it's renowned for the gastronomy, the history, the culture. It has very deep roots, and many civilizations have gone through Greece. So definitely a lot of things to explore. Also, it's a top tourist destination, and I think this tells a lot about the kind of returns you can expect by investing in the real estate, hospitality related investments in our country. So definitely these are some very key important figures of how Greece differentiates across the whole European landscape with other countries. So what is this program? Definitely, hopefully you've seen it before. 8 important facts. It's real estate investment, so tangible, low-risk investment that people have, been familiar for many centuries now. Also at a very affordable rate, 250,000 euros, about 2.6 CR right now, for Indian rupees. And essentially, it's a ticket to the Schengen zone. Okay, it gets you, increase your mobility, increase your travel, but also it gives you, as I said before, those benefits for healthcare, for education, but also for business. You can even move your business to Europe for free, just by having a director, regional director in the country. So this is very important, and this is one of the most important points that I want to pinpoint, that you actually have tangible value. It's not just a traveling document. It's a real investment that gives you real benefits for you and your family. And the most important thing is that if you're not flexible, right, you don't need to stay in the country. There's no minimum stay requirement to stay in the country. So also this important part of the investment, it's a real estate investment, it generates you rental returns that actually our company, and I'm going to go through later on this, can guarantee the returns on the investment. So this is a very important parameter because it's not money sitting in a bank account, okay? It's money that actually gets to work for you. So also very low application processing time. Last year it was just 2 months. Today, due to the, of course, high record year that we had in 2024 and 2025, of course that has increased a bit. The national-wide statistics say about 8 months. For us, it's about 4 months. But again, you can realize that it's a few months until you get your ticket, and actually Greece can give you also temporary residence, the white paper, that immediately gives you access to Europe and Greece within few weeks from applying. Also, you have a path to citizenship after 7 years that you can obtain after becoming a resident. It's a 5-year renewal process, which essentially, as long as you hold the property ownership, you can renew it. And of course, also it benefits 3 generations of your family, namely your children, your spouse, your parents, and your in-laws. The procedure is very straightforward, actually. You get to just sign an MOU agreement with a company, right, with us, which protects essentially your deposit, your down payment, which is around 10% of the investment. then you get to have a power of attorney who represents you in the country and who's going to be the responsible lawyer for the due diligence, for obtaining a tax ID for you, for opening bank accounts, etc., for all the procedures. And then you have two paths. We actually get to allow our clients to have a payment plan that can pay in installments for a few months or even 1 to 2 years, depending on the completion of projects. Or you actually get to pay the full amount up to the signature of the SPA, where the title deed is transferred to your name because it's a freehold ownership asset. And then you're able to actually apply immediately for the golden visa because it's a prerequisite to get the full amount in place. But you have that optionality. Once this is done, within a few weeks you get a temporary residency card, and within few months from the application, as I mentioned before, you get also a golden visa card for your family that will give you the freedom to move across Europe. But again, it's not just a card, it's investment. There's the lowest applicant fees from all other programs, about 8% of the investment. There's investment exit option, so your money is not locked in the country. You can also exit from the investment, and potentially, if you want to keep the residency, reinvest in another eligible property, so gain that upside of your investment. And also, it's a very good timing for Greece, as now it's the top 3 most affordable markets for real estate in Europe right now. We're about 30 to 40% more affordable than most European capitals, and lower than the 2008 highs before the financial crisis. So still with a stronger economy at the same time, so which means that it's a very good timing, and you know investment and business is all about timing. So investing now is a huge opportunity because you get that golden visa card for your family, but also you get a good appreciating asset. Also, as we said before, there's low property tax, but also your VAT exempted and capital gains exempted, at least for now, based on the legislation for 2026. So again, no hidden fees, low applicant costs, and a very good investment. Of course, Greece also is a success story for the past 5 years. It has been the forefront of GDP growth records at 2.3% last year, which is it's higher by 1.2 to 1.3% than the EU average. So it tells a lot about the direct foreign investments that are happening in our country. It tells a lot about where the economy is going, and it tells a lot about, frankly, the stability of the economy and stability of the political situation also in the country. So who we are, who am I to qualify to speak about all these things? Essentially, our company is called LUX&EASY. It's part of the Nova Constructions Group, and we have 4 branches. We are essentially a residential real estate developer with LUX&EASY Residencies. We have more than 120 projects in our pipeline, more than 70 projects in our track record, and also we have, through the LUX&EASY and hotels, apart hotels, we have a hospitality investment branch, hospitality developing branch, with more than 8 hotels in operation right now, 3 Hilton hotels, the first Hilton Garden in Athens, in the capital, the first Hilton Garden in Crete, and also the first Tapestry by Hilton in Crete also. 14 more developments also in hospitality by 2027. Also, we have a property management branch where essentially we get to guarantee the returns that I mentioned before by taking your property, leasing back, and becoming your tenants. So we become your tenants, we take the whole risk, you get to appreciate of the rental return in your bank account from the first month after the agreed delivery of the project. And last but not least, we have the biggest European brand deal with Hilton in Europe, in Europe, as I mentioned, with more than 17 hotels agreed for operation right now and development. And this is our first Hilton Garden Inn in Athens, right at the epitome of the Sigrou Avenue, which connects the Athenian Riviera to the historical center of Athens. A very strategic location. These are the numbers that I mentioned of more than 245,000 square meters of net buildable development under construction right now. And of course, we have a team of 280 people, 65% white collars of all the expertises, from architects, interior designers, project managers. Actually, our clients get to go through a 7-stage process where they have 7 advisors from our company until even the property management and after sales stage after the investment is done. So they get to have 7 personal advisors that are only taking care of their case. A strong track record. We started 10 years ago with just 5 projects. Now more than 120 projects, and of course we have also a very important figure, the AA credit rate, which is given by ICAP CRIF, which is a litigious organization, independent organization in Europe that gives financial rankings to private companies. We have a AA, which is even higher than many banks in Greece, which have BBB rates. And these are, I think, very important about the credibility and the financial stability of the company. We are a regulated company. We have authors PwC and KPMG, and we have been awarded in the past couple of years as one of the top 10 companies with the most positive impact in the Greek economy. Now, going to the interesting part, the last few minutes left for my presentation, hopefully. What are the projects that we have for investment? Okay, we started from 250,000 euros, and these are the projects that are essentially the conversion properties. For people that don't know that, the category essentially commercial idle buildings that have been idle for a few years, and the developers undertake them and convert them to residential, bringing more supply, more homes to the local market, and actually helping and enhancing the market, which is very, very important given the circumstances in European programs nowadays, which actually compete with the local market. This is very, very different mindset. And of course, one of the top projects that we have now is the Piraeus Serenity Residence, with a guaranteed 4% net return per annum, fully furnished, everything all included. Only you receive your rent at the end of the month. And this is a service apartment building, and I'm not going to say anything more because you're going to see a quick video about it.
LUX&EASY presents Serenity Residences, a unique investment opportunity in Piraeus operated by Encanto Boutique Suites. A new collection of boutique serviced suites with exclusive amenities where luxury meets return on investment. Reception, concierge, 24/7 gated entrance. Enjoy a stunning rooftop pool cinema, an infinity pool with an exclusive view, gourmet rooftop restaurant, lively bar cafe. Indulge in holistic relaxation, wellness, and detox in a serene, luxurious atmosphere. Private wellness hub, a fully equipped gym, sauna and massage area. Serenity Residences offers boutique serviced suites with 1 or 2 bedrooms from 20 to 59 square meters. In 2024, Piraeus alone handled 20 million visitors and ranks among Europe's most lively hubs. Piraeus Port just minutes away, island getaways are within easy reach, and excellent transport links make getting around effortless. The Piraeus suburban station is connecting you to the rest of Athens. Close to the vibrant Piraeus Center, surrounded by the city's lively waterfront, marinas, shops, and dining spots. Stavros Niarchos Foundation, a multifunctional center of education, art, and sports. Athens City Center, the Acropolis, the Athens Riviera, and the Ellinikon project are all within reach. Invest wisely. Choose Serenity Residences, a smart, hassle-free option with guaranteed yield. This is LUX&EASY.
So, this is the project. Essentially, it's a service apartment building operated by a professional operating standard land operator that also is the same thing that operates the Hilton hotels. And it provides all the amenities that you were just shown on the video. Great investment, strategic location in the port of Piraeus, which is the second biggest port. A lot of trade happening here, a lot of transformation happening here. 2 billion euro investments in shipping, in hospitality. We have 3 hotels in this location also, besides Serenity, and a lot of growth happening here. It's actually one of the locations with a double-digit growth for the past 2 years, which is not common for European countries. Quickly finishing this project, because I don't have time, frankly. Very nice infinite pool also. And on other projects also, we have a project on the island of Aegina, which is the second tallest island of Athens, just half an hour by boat. So very nice, on the second line from the shore, the beach of Aegina, by Marina. A very nice boutique apartment building. Also, you can invest for 203,000, and you can get also a very nice holiday home oriented property. Also, we have the Domus residence in the northern part of Athens, which brings more bigger homes, more residential homes in a plaza with many Greek residents and locals actually are here, many restaurants, many shops here. In just 15 minutes from the airport, the international airport of Athens, and 5 minutes from the Attica Highway, which is the fastest highway in the country. Also, we have projects in the center of Athens that you can obtain your visa from, so right at the historical center, and many opportunities for the 400,000 and 800,000 euro threshold, essentially, which are more, let's say, holiday home oriented, like the city residence, which can give you a bungalow style opportunity with a private garden, private swimming pool, with a great sea view. It's near the Costa Marina, one of the biggest luxury resorts in the country, just 2.5 hours from Athens. And of course, a lot of luxury real estate in the Athenian Riviera, which are accessible for 800,000 euros, which is the highest threshold from metropolitan cities in our country, where you can get huge residences of 3, 4 BHK properties right at the sea, newly built residential A+ category energy efficiency, which is the highest in Europe right now. So premium homes for people that also want to explore that part of the market. Time has frankly run out, so I will invite everyone to come to our booth. I believe it's booth 2. Sure, I think right in the center of the room next door. If you want you guys to have another discussion, a more personalized approach for your family, I will be very glad to meet everyone and discuss how we can tailor it for you and the family. Thank you very, very much for being here.